there, welcome to the locker room. Coach Arias here. Today's message is urgency, doing things with a greater sense of urgency. A friend of mine the other day, Aaron Price, sent me a quote, said it reminded him of some of the things that I believe in. And that quote was, "When I truly comprehend the fleeting nature of time, the urgency acknowledged often creates a greater degree of focus." One more time. When I truly, or you truly, comprehend the fleeting nature of time, time flies. Time flies. The urgency acknowledged often creates a greater degree of focus. So let's start it off this way. What is your goal that you need to provide more urgency for? Identify what that goal is. What's the ultimate thing that you're trying to achieve? What are the top 3 things that you could do that are going to help you accomplish that goal? Even more importantly, sometimes, what don't you want to do? What are some of the things that you don't want to do that's going to help you get to that goal? Make those things a priority and work like it's an emergency. You got to have a state of urgency. Sometimes you got to act like it's a state of emergency. Think about it like this. What time do some kids start school? I know some middle school kids, 8th grade, 6th grade, 3rd grade, 2nd grade, they start school at 7:30 a.m. 7 o'clock, people are up at 6 o'clock in the morning. At some point as adults, we stop having the ability to wake up at 6 o'clock and be at work at 7:30, 8 o'clock to outwork our competition with a greater sense of urgency. Sometimes people stop, friends of mine or myself, but even more importantly, the people that I'm surrounded with in business. I hear people say, "Man, Coach Giggs, I'd like to be just like you," or "Justin, one day I want to be just like you." And sometimes, depending on the relationship, I'll say, "I don't know if you do." No, you don't. Because these guys are up early in the morning. They're up at 5:30 in the morning. They're up reading books, committing themselves to personal growth with the state of urgency that there is no tomorrow. There is no 3 years from today. We got to get it done now. We got to commit to something. Think about, what does your word mean? The urgency of your word. This past week, Sunday, I drove to Cleveland to go to the Browns game with my best friend. Then I drove Monday 5 hours to Maryland early in the morning, Maryland, Baltimore, to go see my office. I come back Wednesday night. I drove to Morgantown Thursday. Why? Because I said I would. And if I want to be a man of my word, I got to stick to it. And right now, we're trying to grow, so it got to be done with the state of urgency. So I'm asking you to be real. If you want it, embrace the grind and do it with urgency. If you don't want it, say so. That's fine. But stop saying that you do and not playing with the type of urgency that it takes to be successful. You know, I had a friend of mine, Eric Thomas. I watched a video one day with him running, and he was saying, "Hey, one day I was on tour, and a girl stopped me about asking me the question, 'Why do you think I'm a procrastinator?' And he said, 'I don't think that you are a procrastinator, because tomorrow if I invited you, if I said, can you be here tomorrow at 6 a.m., I need you to be here tomorrow 6 a.m., and I give you $2 million. Would you be here?' She said, 'Yes, of course.' So it's not that you're a procrastinator. Sometimes you got your priorities out of whack with that state of urgency. Someone else out there, in my mind, is just like me, trying to do things just like me. There's somebody else out there that got the same talent, same work ethic. They're up earlier. They're up doing it. So in my opinion, I got to get up a little bit earlier, go a little bit harder with the state of urgency in order to be at the top. When we start performing this way, and we start acting like it's a state of emergency and do things that we know are priorities that need urgency, you too will be living your very best life. Thank you for joining me in the locker room. Looking forward to seeing you all next week.
Coach Giggs is excited to present his new book, The Daily Locker Room Day by Day, a hands-on, interactive workbook to help you live your very best life. Order yours today at dailylockerroom.com.